Gosh, we're having fun doing it by video. Big week coming up for all of our U.S. audience. Having lived in the U.S. for almost 30 years, wow, what a big weekend. A little different, a little weird this year with everything that's going on and families not getting together the way and friends the way they often do. But nevertheless, such a big holiday, and it makes us look forward to the one next year when hopefully we'll all be celebrating and being together when we do it. But let's get into hot topics. So the first hot topic that I want to introduce you to was inspired by a New York Times article that interviews Michael J. Fox. And it's about essentially what drove him to write his new book, which is called No Time Like the Future. And why did it appeal to me so much? Well, first of all, the theme of the book, it's kind of interesting. It's a little bit of it's upbeat pessimism. Gosh, I need some upbeat pessimism these days. And why I think it's such a paradox, and I love paradoxes, is that, look, when things get crappy, just kind of unbridled optimism with no sense of realism can actually be damaging, right? I mean, the idea like, oh, it'll all just get better and everything's going to be fine and blah, blah, blah. I know we're always well-intended when we kind of try to absorb that mindset or share it. However, I think it needs to be the edges get to be knocked off of it. And so learning from someone like Michael J. Fox, who has come to a new authentic kind of place, because he's written a couple other books. And he said he had a crisis of conscience because his other books were kind of, as he fought through so much that he's been impacted by his 3 decades of having Parkinson's disease and what he's done around it. But he said he had a crisis of conscience because he had ran into another buzzsaw. And this is kind of prior to the pandemic. He had a benign tumor taken off his back 2 years ago, and he had to learn how to walk all over again. And then on top of the damn thing, as he's learning how to walk and struggling back, he falls down in his kitchen, breaks his arm, has 19 pins put in it and a plate. And he's getting pushed around in a wheelchair, and he goes, you know what, I feel like luggage. And no one gives a damn about luggage. Who the hell wants to talk to luggage? And he's going, I'm tired. I'm no more. Am I writing about, just trying to make everything lemonade out of lemons? It's not. So, don't get me wrong. He has an optimistic, positive perspective. However, this book and this angle, I think, brings a unique, richer, more authentic sense of the essence of our humanness as we navigate forward through all the crap in our lives. And all of us have lots of it. So not only in the context of what's going on around us that we all know about, but everything how it translates into our own personal lives. So I hope that you explore not only the New York Times article, but you think about this paradox of upbeat pessimism. The one thing that Fox so beautifully leaves us with is the fact that gratitude provides us the foundation to scale the optimism that we have. But he brings that from a rich personal perspective. So I hope you'll think about certainly reading the article, perhaps reading the book. I've just shared it with my other daughter, Jillian. I hope she loves it. I hope all of our kids end up reading it. I'm going to read it. Kathleen reads it. You read it. Hope you love it and inspired by it. People want, and this came out of the Michael J. Fox article that I was referring to in last Hot Topics, is that you need honesty, but you need velocity at the same time. And boy, am I feeling that right now with advancing culture and how I advise people to do it, is that people don't have time. They just want stuff in rich, impactful ways. And so I wanted to share this piece of work by a guy by the name of Ross Simmonds, whose specialty is Instagram stories. And Garrett and I are just kind of working through this around how it relates to Belongify and Rubus.com and Extraordinary Cultures and all the work we're doing is that, what is a story storm? What's a story Instagram account takeover? Why are cultures and businesses now really trying to communicate their culture primarily through Instagram? And one of the reasons is because the audience is not only changing in terms of their interest in digesting impact and digesting stories and digesting knowledge. We all know that. But also the millennial community, which is now becoming the majority community, it's a way of life. And for fossils like me, I really need to up my game around thinking about how to really storytell in different kind of ways, create interest in different kind of ways. And as I advise and work with our clients and just create our own stuff, I want us to be the best at it. And I want to learn from guys like the Simmonds cat and other people that are really pushing and understanding and have real examples of how to do this on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Garrett was just telling me about Twitter now has something called fleets, where similar to Snapchat, you can tweet something and it disappears in 24 hours. What does all this mean? Well, storytelling, creating movements, getting people engaged and excited about important thoughts just can't be as pedestrian as we've done historically. So I hope you kind of poke around the article a little bit, poke around, think about Instagram stories, Instagram TV, Fleet, and how it relates to your world. And yeah, we'll all learn together maybe. And gosh, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, whether, what you think. And this is one of the reasons, again, is that we want to engage with our audience more. We want to be better at having a conversation with you, making it real. And we just have to get better. And I hope that this kind of nudges you a little bit to think about how much do you know about this stuff, and I hope you know more than me, and that we'll continue to grow together. Hot Topics, we kind of have a little bit of a special, what we would think is a gift for you to kick off your weekend or to wrap up your week. And this morning, before my day started, our 3-year-old and 6-year-old granddaughters shared something called Dance Monkey with me, sponsored by Milano Life. Garrett's going to put the link in. You may have seen it already. If not, please give yourself 3 minutes of joy. And if you're not laughing or smiling at the end of it, seriously, send me a note and I'll send you a bottle of our Pinot Noir. It is so much fun, and we're laughing out loud. Dance Monkey, hope you love it, and hope you have a wonderful week. As always, join us in our conversations on our socials. It's the conversation that we have that it's what you, how you react to what we share with you makes us better. So see you on our YouTube channels or on any of our socials. Hang out and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and hope to see you next Friday for another round of Hot Topics. Bye for now.